Welcome to the broadcast, folks. A very good night to each and every one of you. Good to see so many of you on the live already tonight. Let me know if you're hearing us loud and clear. Arlene Daniels, Ingrid and Gwyneth, Tessa and Glycis, Charmaine and Arlene, Anthony as well. Good to have all of you on the live tonight. Folks, it's a privilege to be here with you. Wilma Grant, Chef Scalo is here as well. Good to see each and every one of you. Ringing that bell one time for you guys. How y'all are doing? Bring it back as well. How y'all are doing, folks? Good to see all of you. Karen Mohammed, Randolph Benjamin, Lynn Finance. Lynette Finance is loud and clear. Thank you so much, Lynn. Thank you so much. Sudhari Suk Chan and Faye Laundry. Good to have you. I see Mark Brutus. Mark Brutus and the live. Any relations, Mark, to the other Brutus who we're going to be talking about tonight? Joylyn Cook. Good to see you, Joylyn, on the live. How y'all doing, man? That's what I want to know. How y'all doing? Claire, Carl, Evelina. Good to have you, Marville, Deborah, Sharona Lynch. Paul Bourne is on the live. Let me ring that bell one time for Paul. Paul and his entire family. Good to have all of you on the live, folks. Hope that you all are good and well. Hope that you all are good and well. Now the program, folks, is the 13th. Tomorrow is the 14th. And we're going to be off tomorrow, folks. Please remember that. We are going to be off. We hope you guys use the time to, you know what? You got a special somebody in your life. Do something. You know, they might fret you. They might step on your toe. You know, teeth and tongue must bite. Teeth and tongue must bite, folks. But we're happy that you folks are here with us. We are happy, happy, happy. Then you all outside with us. This is the period we're in, folks. A lot of madness. Some of it we saw today. Something happened to Irfaan. Irfaan trouble. When I saw Irfaan performance today, I miss Jagdeo. Jagdeo did not have his usual Thursday afternoon press conference. It starts at 2 o'clock. The Corner Shop Show, a.k.a. he didn't have the Corner Shop Show today. They said he was overseas. And so Irfaan took the seat. Irfaan took the seat. I like it. Something happened to Irfaan, folks. Something happened to Irfaan. Y'all can let me know. Ask him for myself. Is he troubled? Now he needs a bridge over troubled situations. I saw some antics. I have to remind myself. This same fellow here, in my critic's voice, same one, 19 fraud charges. He's president of a whole country, you know. He is the El Presidente of a whole, an entire country, you know, folks. I kid you not. Here's some of it.
Let me make it absolutely clear that Transparency International is not an organization that bases its finding on facts. Its finding is based on perception. The important thing is who is driving the perception, who they're using, whose perception they're using. And we'll take a deep dive today to understand whose perception Transparency International is using and the convenience of that perception they're using and the relevance of that perception they're using in an election year. Ha ha.
Folks, leadership is when you put on the big voice. Nigel Plass, you know that, Nigel. Any book on leadership you read, when you put on a big hoot, go down. Hoot, perception. Which Irfaan showed up today? Yeah, you have a 20 Irfaan living in his head. Which one showed you today? Which one? Y'all know once y'all come in this country, what is it? What is it once we come? And that was the eyes for me. He's darting around, looking. And you can see, like, whatever prompt he's reading there, it's built in. Gesticulate, show leadership, raise your voice. So he's following. The fella start good, you know. You ever wake up good? This whole life today, I think he told Jagdeo, look, when I do this thing by myself, I ain't getting the views that you getting. Take a day off. God damn it, I'm the president. Take a day off. And he took the time slot. They said Jagdeo was overseas. he slipped out. What was it? The DA gravity. Yeah. I wonder who's this Transparency International Corruption Perception Index? It has taken a toll on them. You could see it in Irfaan. Folks, you know you got a government, an administration, an installed regime, and you know you're doing well. You don't go away with a goddamn thing. You come and you lay out your case. You gonna do all this antics. I see a little more, you're gonna start breakdancing and moonwalking again. Again, this is the Corruption Perception Index that says there's significant corruption in the public sector in this country. So he has come out now. They push him out. Why Jagdeo talking about this? They push him out now. You see, Jagdeo can't defend talk about corruption, sir, or anti-corruption. He's not qualified. He's not a credible voice. So they push Irfaan out now. You ever see Irfaan on a Thursday afternoon at 2 o'clock? But the bus is back today. Push him out. And then he come in this strong voice.
Let me make it absolutely clear.
Hold on. You see Irfaan started? Listen to the modulation. Watch his eyes. How can you start? Nobody vex you, see. And the folks he got doing this production. This is the hot seat. Nobody talking back to him, heckling him, nothing, He starts quiet. And then look where he goes. He got hit a high note in the script. Go up and go in your deep leadership. But man could be a preacher.
Let me make it absolutely clear that Transparency International is not an organization that bases its finding on facts. Its finding is based on perception. The important thing is who is driving the perception, who they're using, whose perception they're using. And we'll take a deep dive today to understand whose perception Transparency International is using and the convenience of that perception they're using and the relevance of that perception they're using in an election year. Ha ha.
Folks, I kid you not. You got about 75 Irfaan shop there, In that one 30-second clip, 45-second clip, he starts off slow, and then the thing take you over. It's manifestation, And my old church Thursday mornings, you cast them out, You call a legion. All them change of voices and so on. It's things. It's the things. So Irfaan started out. It's really, there's a corruption perception index. That's where they come out to push back against. But you don't want to start there because, of course, you can't just spend 5 minutes, All right. You got to utilize Jagdeo's time. Is 2 o'clock Thursday afternoon. So he ranted from about 2 right on to about 3:30, and then he can't out. when the 48th voice fairly entity, legion, fail them, he can't out. He's troubled. Clearly troubled here. But it's interesting. It's interesting to see how, what's the phrase? What is the phrase? Out of touch they are. How much in denial they are. He started to talk about health and football and this and that. Let me take health for instance. I think like Irfaan, little forgetful. Little forgetful. You know, I ain't said they didn't do some of it, but I know a goddamn sure they haven't done all of it. You know, pretty sure he has not done all of it. So don't come wrong with funny. Please and thank you. Don't do it. So hear them talking about, you know, what's happening in who they're training and who they're training and a whole host of stuff. And lots of it, when you really peel back all the antics, the fluff and bluff, it's really nothing there. It is truly and really nothing there. Bluff and bluster. So you hear them talk about all who they train, right? And who they didn't train, and healthcare and what's not. But it really leaves much to be desired, right? We're gonna take all of it. I gotta pull up a certain way, a different way. But I think we could get some on healthcare. I said this is the same. What am I missing here? You think they're easy, nah? But they're not.
Now, I want us to have an appreciation for what we're looking to achieve in the healthcare sector. We want to, as we have said in the manifesto, develop a healthcare a healthcare system that is second to none, a healthcare system that is world class. And that healthcare system is not only about the public healthcare system, it is how we integrate the private healthcare system. How do we ensure not only do we incentivize, which we have done already, private healthcare, but how do we integrate the management of public and private healthcare? How do we have developed a shared platform for human capacity and capability, but also a shared platform through which our national health strategy, which is aimed at giving every citizen a basic equitable level of health care, how is it implemented across the board? Now,
all right, so that's
we are having discussions, for example.
That is some of that. And hear him now talk a little bit. They're gonna do the own PR. I'm not gonna do the PR for them. Here's Irfaan talking about some of the training that they're doing, and you all engage the health system in this country all the time. And this is some of the contradictions, because in one breath, Georgetown Hospital said it's short 500 nurses, and then they're claiming they're training all these people all at the same time. So I don't know if they're not coordinating the notes. You know, take a little listen.
We have trained more than 3,707 young Guyanese in the healthcare system, whether it's healthcare administration, public health, nurses. 3,290 persons are currently in training, and these include nursing assistants, nurses, medics, lab technicians, pharmacy assistants. We have also, to support the expansion in the healthcare system, we have built 2 new nursing schools. In Essequibo, we have the nursing school scheduled to be completed in the last quarter of this year. We have the New Amsterdam Nursing School, which is scheduled to be completed also in the last quarter of this year. So we are also...
So that is some of it. And as I said, we're not doing the PR for them. They can got to do their own spin and their own PR. But this healthcare system and all these people that are being treated, we're not feeling it. We're not feeling it at all. Because we remember Dr. Carter. And folks have said, this is emblematic of the entire system. You know, we don't want to forget what Dr. Carter said at the Tamari Health Center.
I am not a member of the community of Tamari, but I work here. I'm the only doctor at Tamari Health Center. So I serve this community every day. And I'm here this afternoon because I have some concerns about the facilities that we have at the health center. I have concerns about us not getting drugs in a timely manner. We have to ration our drugs. We have to tell patients, well, you can't get 2 months of drugs this month. You could only get one. You're going to have to check back in with us to see if we have the medication for you. A few months ago, we were out of simple things like Panadol. We had to ask our patients to be buying nasal drops for their babies when they're in cold, when they have colds, right? When I first came to Tamari Health Center, we didn't even have blades to incise abscesses or gloves, right? I had spent my own money, bought the gloves, bought the blades, came to work, did my best for this community. I'm advocating for the staff at the health center. We've currently been without flushable toilets for several months. We're fetching water in buckets to flush the toilet for the staff at the health center.
That's some of what Dr. Carter said, and I'm certain that you guys are very, very familiar with that. So as everyone was talking how, all the nice things you're doing, and so I said, oh, this is the anomaly, but that single engagement there at the Tamari Health Center with Dr. Carter, that produced a meeting about a week later with all the regional health officials and other health personnel regionally at the office of the president. And I think it was the RHO for Region 4 who said, no, Dr. Carter can't think she's self-special. What Dr. Carter is articulating there, there's happening in lots of other places too. So, she's not special. But I wonder what has happened to Dr. Carter since. Because one of the things Irfaan said in his live today is we like when people criticize us. We welcome all of the criticism, once they're constructive. And Dr. Carter criticism seemed pretty constructive. But as far as remembering Dr. Carter, my mind think back a little bit. And I remember Frank on the floor of the National Assembly on this same Panadol issue. On this same issue. Now, this is the Minister of Health, mind you. And this is why I'm concerned about the whereabouts of Dr. Carter, what is her status currently, because this is the Chief Administrator, as it were, addressing this issue of the shortage of Panadol at the Tamari Health Center. Take a look.
Let me address the Panadol for you, Honorable Holder. In December, Dr. Carter had received in December 2024, 6,000 Panadol tablets. She didn't say that though. She didn't say that. 6,000 tablets. And we can go to the crib and we can see that there's 6,000 tablets that were delivered to the health center. So we can talk, but that's the fact. We can talk, but that's the fact. Bring her. Bring her. I'm happy that she spoke. I'm happy that she spoke. 6,000 tablets, and I have the crib to show it. So, Mr. Speaker, lie is not a parliamentary word, but I'm telling you, and I have the crib to show it. I have the crib to show it. 6,000 Panadol delivered to that health center in 2024. 2024, it's there. You can go and find out. You can go and find out.
So you heard that, folks? You heard that? Bring her here. Bring her here. I'm worried. A little bit. So I thought back about that when I heard Irfaan Ali on this live this afternoon in that in Jagdeo time slot. I was my mind went back there because I said, like, I listened to something else. When they say everything nice, all the regions, all the health centers, everything on the upper level. I was wondering a little bit, folks. I kid you not. I was wondering a little bit. I was. For real. Very worried. If in trouble, we're gonna circle back to some more of that later on, folks. We are gonna circle back to some more of that. We got a couple of things we want to share with you. We come back to the Transparency International issue because, my God, the man tear off. He said the organization, the Transparency International, is criminal. They see what no do. Huh? How dare them give us this low rating? I said, wow. Wow. What a thing. What a thing. Folks, we got a couple things. Let's share with you quickly. And then we come out of your ears. Few things happening. You know, as we're in Irfaan. Tis the season. When the politics. Yeah, I know when the politics. When the throes of it. Wounded, badly wounded. That is where we are. Good folks. I saw the Peep and Tom column in today's Culture News. Had this header, open letter addressed to the election observer missions. And one of the very pertinent things Peep and Tom said in this column today in Culture News, elections is not just putting an X on a piece of paper and put it in a box. The election don't start and end on that day. But here's Peep and Tom saying, the very process we're in currently is an election period. And people are being threatened. People who people believe, perceive are going to enter the race or are actually in the race. They're having to sink the baby and the bathwater, thrown at them and thrown out. A very interesting column. Today's Peep and Tom. An open letter addressed to the Election Observer Mission, asking these missions to take note what is happening, the threats that are being made, the accusations that are being leveled against different ones, the sheer lies that are being told. Peep and Tom calling on these observer missions to take note of what is happening locally. And I applaud Peep and Tom. I applaud Peep and Tom. While that's happening, folks, while that's happening, you know, letters are being written. While those things are happening, some very interesting editorials today, along with that column out of Culture News. I want to recommend all of them to you wonderful folks. I want to recommend all of them to you folks. Irfaan trouble. Here's the trouble. I saw Irfaan at the GDF today. There was an event on there. The annual GDF conference. Something was going down there. Don't let's detain ourselves. But some of the headlines that came out of what Irfaan said at this event at the GDF, it makes you think. President Ali urges GDF to protect democracy. Okay. All right. That's one of them. And then there's this one. No force should disrupt the Guyanese will. All of those are veiled threats, you know. Are you really saying that? Which is y'all nice? Y'all better vote for we. Vote for us. Back in. And in the same breath, they're going to tell you, oh, the army is apolitical. There is actually a headline out there in which he's soliciting the votes. Vote for we. Well, of course, it's a deeper voice. Vote for we. You know, you got to put on a leadership voice there. He said, don't let it disrupt the will of the people to vote for us, you know. We find these as some veiled threats, folks. A lot of veiled threats. we can circle back to that. But I hope he don't stop there. We can circle back to Irfaan. I hope he don't stop there. You know, he should pass strong by GECOM a little bit and see what's going on wrong that side. I heard a little leak tape. A little leaky tape out of GECOM. And folks, if them is the people who are going to deliver credible and valid results in the next election, we got a lot of trouble on we hand here. I find that the chairman of GECOM, I don't care if she put on she deep voice too, like Irfaan. That lady's not her own person. She had no control over that meeting. Says Gunrad seemed to be the chairman, how he was talking. I saw the former mayor of the city, Pandit Ubraj, urging for biometrics for 2025. And that's something we all could get behind. And I'm happy the former mayor is now focusing in the right direction. Because these boys got this whole thing as a set piece, you know. Could you imagine? We discussed this before. But it's worth repeating. Remember that open letter to the observer mission? Could you imagine in 5 years, none of the recommendations by the EU, the Carter Center, the Commonwealth, CARICOM, none of those observer missions, not a word, not a line, not a jot, a dot, not a comma, has been taken on board in trying to reform. We even have to get to a review of the processes. These are the same people, jagabats and trench crappos, who would want to say this was rigged. And I see a lot of young people on social media talking about rigged elections. Why then, if these elections were rigged, why wouldn't GECOM wants to have a review of the system? GECOM seems to be taking everybody else's word on this rigging as against reviewing their own system. You all know the chairman appeared before a COI. She was a mess. She was a total mess. Sure that during this process she wasn't nothing straight. If she isn't shown woman now, she wasn't shown woman then. But yet, the report had nothing on Claret Singh. Things that boggle the mind in this country. And so, while I welcome all the views that people have, I once heard we're a multi-viewic society. Welcome all the views. Here are some things that are not gelling. Here are something that seem incoherent. You claiming rigged and attempted rig, but you don't want to review. You only want to say, oh, the systems are impervious. Well, y'all got to pick a struggle. Pick a struggle. Pick a struggle. I hope when they're in the opposition benches, they're crying foul about the same system. They say now is impervious to all these different things. I hope, but there's something we can get behind. You know, we feel the same way about biometrics. Why wouldn't they want this? Why wouldn't they want biometrics? Why wouldn't they want a clean voters list? That's something I wish more young people would ask. How in 2015, Jagdeo had a menu of measures he was asking for at GECOM. One of the things he says, not solely the chief elections officer. The buck stops at the chairman. You know, a few years later, he's not the chairman. The buck stops at the chief elections officer. This is hypocrisy. This is troubling. This is hypocritical. Please and thank you. You can have it, but you just can't. You just can't. You just can't, folks. We're going to circle back to it. We're going to circle back to some of that. If you're not serious, you know, Trinidad just broke ground for a new elections commission building. People want to make sure the staff comfortable, you know. Things are progressing. The election body has all it wants. We're in a bad way, Guyanese at home and abroad. I want you all to know, in this country here, we're in a bad way. We are in a bad way. I showed you guys in, what country was that? Dominica? Was it? The commission didn't wait for people from overseas to come and register. Now, the commission went to various countries the citizens reside and talked with them. You're on the list or you're off. You're in front or top to bottom. We don't hear from our GECOM. Every now and again, the chairman slither out from under whatever rock she's under. And you see some fits and starts out of GECOM. And they could produce valid, incredible information, elections. They can't even run a meeting properly, much more corner shop. So Trinidad moving apace where the elections authority is concerned. And then last evening, we saw on social media, we published that young businesswoman, beautiful lady, beautiful soul, put out on social media that the scanners at Jagdeo International Airport was down, and we reposted this information because I had no reason not to believe her. None whatsoever. The scanning machine, $200, $300 million is down. And she said they were manually checking bags. That's what the lady said. Now, if I get a chance or a choice to believe this lady and these trench crappos, I believe what she said. Manually checking. CGIA, Jagdeo International Airport, put out a statement that yes, the big machine down, right? But we always got a backup. Right? The CTX 5800 scanner is down due to damage. It was temporarily decommissioned. Listen to the story now. Right? They said that this was caused by an oversized bag impacting the rotating gantry, because they know you're going to know what that is. The rotating gantry. And while awaiting a replacement part for the manufacturer, the airport officials are using a backup scanner to ensure uninterrupted screening. So basically, they send the lady telling untruths. If I got a chance, this is not people who are on social media making mischief and so on. And I have no reason to suspect she has any malice. She was just talking out of sheer frustration, either coming or going and being delayed by your bags having to be manually checked. And she said a number of things. How in the 21st century, biggest GDP, this and that, all this happening. I think she did say at the end of that post, we need better. That's what she said. But if I bring up scanner today in this Facebook Live that he had, he said, you see, we're installing scanners at the airport. We're doing this and that. Ridiculous.
We are moving now to the digital ticketing system, electronic ticketing system, to aid transparency, aid accountability. And when you look at the Transparency Index. They took none of this into consideration. That all of this is moving to electronic platform. That we are putting scanners in every single port of entry to remove the human bias and the human element. Everything coming in and going out of the country will pass through the scanners. All of those are additional measures we're investing in. Advanced transparency and accountability to remove any human bias.
The lady said the scanner didn't work in. So nothing them passing through. It didn't work in. This Transparency International Corruption Perception Index really affected Irfaan. It's either they know that what they're saying is untrue, right? Or they're not getting the right information. They gotta say the yes men. And that's the worst kind of people to have around you as a leader. Because they didn't give you a clear picture of what's happening on the ground. This lady is not political. You know? I've never known her to have a political bone in the body. The lady said the thing they're walking and she out of sheer frustration. You can tell. They said they using the backup one. Everything will be scanned. But when he said it, I remember was it 2 tons of coke into Belgium? We had scanned then too. The scanner is only effective or as effective if it's working. But if the gantry give him problems, that scanner was installed when a couple of months ago. Something passed recently, folks. That's why I want to tell you. Something passed. Don't all this nonsense with big bag and gantry and all that. Then people who build this scanner build for big bag as well. Gantry, pantry, and all this nonsense. The GPL workers said they want the money. Irfaan. Some things they make the life, you know. Irfaan talk about how, oh, this country nice, but that's the majority voice, of course. But the people strike at GPL. They said they want the salary increases that are owed to them. Take a look. Today's strike action.
No money, no work. They told we still waiting. Exactly. They promised me this thing and them tell me that.
They send me out early in the morning for work. What's what we there?
We can right. They promised me for sign off this thing and them are not holding up to them promises.
We get back a word from tongue say nobody, we get no word.
No word, no money, no work.
Yeah,
no money, no work.
Enough
is enough, man.
Yeah, where is it all up?
Where's the all up? Enough is enough.
Shopping this body.
This is disrespectful, man. This GPL is disrespecting the staff,
consideration to the staff.
Come on. No money, no work.
We need
no
answers.
money, no
We
work.
need answers.
No money, no work. Oh, ship come and the money done like.
No money, no work. Love it. Love it. No money, no work. Power ship come. They find money. They find money. No money, no work. Folks, this period in our country history, these are exciting times, you know. These are exciting times. Very, very, tremendously very exciting times. Second case, withdrawn. Them boys in talks, you know. If you didn't know, Guyana, now you know. Them boys in talks. That's all I want y'all know. Right? That's all you need to know. Them boys are in talks. The second case, wasn't this case the one that had to do with discrimination and the people who surpassed him in the promotion and all of that? Was this the one that, yeah. There's so many of them. Case withdrawn. Folks, y'all don't get too attached, you know. Tomorrow is Valentine. I know I tell you all. Do not get too attached. God damn it. Don't get too attached. I want to know your name. I want to know your date of birth. I know what. I want to know your favorite color. We ain't going to be here that long. Don't get too attached. Second case withdrawn. Second lawsuit against the state. Withdrawn. Mr. Brutus, make up your mind what you're doing, man. He's a big person. Make up your mind what you're doing, man. What is it? What is it? Make up your mind. What are you doing? Them boys talking. Them boys are speaking. And as the things are hammered out, the arrangement, the terms, as they hammered out, all right, we can pull this one back. I want to play y'all, man. We pull this one back. Sign of good faith. Folks, politics is never as it seems. Whatever you think it is, in that moment, right? Dismiss it as wrong. Whoever, whatever you believe in that moment, bam. You don't say as if you're wrong. That's in nature of politics. Never succeed. And this here is some high politics. You better know what you're involved with here. Right? As soon as I like somebody, I find myself out long time. As soon as I like a lady, I know she bad for me. I've been telling my morning show. Met my wife at the university. We reconnected after we were finished studies, right? And I had some time and so on. And when she told me she was interested, I said, all right, good. This could work out. This could work out. As soon as I pursue the thing, I know this thing ain't well. Wherever you think the thing is in politics, assume you're wrong. Right away. Send me and say, you got him by your hair. This is the one. Tell me, losing sleep when the night come. All right, I'm putting this one back. Yeah, seem like you're serious now. As a show good fit. As a show good fit. We can pull this one back. All right? You better take your pressure tablets. You better take your pressure tablets. Win for the long haul. You're fun different. It's a little troubling. Folks, a few days ago, Transparency International released its 2024 report. Right. I've never heard the people had a problem with this report before, like now. Oh, they can't. This is like it might be an anachronism. It might be an oxymoron. The devil's Bible. This report, he abused them, he huffed and he puffed. Part of what the report said. This is the Corruption Perception Index. And the people spell out their methodology. This ain't got nothing to do with local organization, local Transparency International. It is spelled out in the methodology, how they arrive at these numbers, who they took information from. They say they have about 12 international organizations that they triangulate data sources. In my Ashley voice, they triangulate this information, right? And they look for spatial trends when everyone's having it today. Because in this report, this is the Corruption Perception Index. We're in a bad way. This is not APNU. It's not AFC. It's not a new nation. And it's not a key. The people say they're corrupt. This is Guyana is captured by corrupt business. And the political elite. It's not me they're talking about. When I hear Irfaan abusing down these people, I say, like, Irfaan, forget so in the living room. Like, Irfaan, forget all of that. Irfaan, forget the Vice News report. Irfaan, forget Damlal. Irfaan, forget Metusa Thomas. Forget all of that. They didn't see. They didn't hear me, my leadership voice. Folks, Irfaan, troubled today. Troubled by this damning report. This is an attempt to spin now and push back. You know, we all know he's never been a good student. These spin doctors he teaches, his protege. He's never been a good student. Never even been average. Take a look.
First of all, let me make it absolutely clear that Transparency International is not an organization that bases its finding on facts. Its finding is based on perception. The important thing is who is driving the perception. Who they're using, whose perception they're using. And we'll take a deep dive today to understand whose perception Transparency International is using. And the convenience of that perception they're using. And the relevance of that perception they're using in an election year. Ha ha! My friends, you will be alarmed to see the level of transparency from Transparency International itself and the body they're using here in driving that perception. Now imagine, I have a graph here. Imagine this. Imagine this, the level of dishonesty with Transparency International here and wherever they send their perception. Imagine in 2020, when you had a government that was illegally occupying office, when you had a government that disregarded a no-confidence motion and ruling of the court, when you had a government that spent more than $600 billion without parliamentary oversight in 2020, when you had a government that refused to give interviews and respond to the media. And look at this. By the way, let me tell you, this entire perception indicator in this report, when you go to read the main report in Transparency International, is linked to what? It's linked to environmental crimes. And when you go here, you see, here's what they say. Although the country has created anti-corruption institutions and laws, transparency and law enforcement are very low. And attacks on dissenting voices, activists, and journalists are increasingly common. Whose perception is this? Let the population be honest. Is attacks on journalists and dissenting voice greater today than in 2020? When they tried to steal an election? When they drove observers out of the country? When they turned up at the counting station and ordered a former prime minister and head of an observer mission out of the building? When they ordered counting agents out of the building? When they did not adhere to the ruling of court and follow court orders, when they refuse to adhere to a no confidence motion. But guess what? The transparency, perception, criminality ranked them higher for that. They got a higher ranking for that. The worst period in the history of our country. They got a higher ranking. I told the Minister of Finance to give you the, when you look factually, more persons are ticketed. More persons are, well, I have the figures here. More persons are prosecuted by Kanu. More persons came under disciplinary measures in all government agencies. But you score less. What is this? What nonsense is this? What mischief and misinformation is this? None of this matters. None of this matters.
Oh, I love it. Irfaan is a gift. Irfaan is a gift. I love all of it. Folks, I love it. You can live 3 lifetimes. You only meet Irfaan. Right? You see this graph here? I love it. Like we can see the graph, eh? He was president of the whole country. Y'all can't pull up. Y'all can rig up a little PowerPoint that we can see the thing on the whole screen. You see this thing here? You see this? You see this data? This is CEO for country, you know, right? What the paper there? Hold on, man. Let move it. What the paper there? What the paper? What the paper there? What the paper there? Yeah? This here. This is madness. This is madness, folks. David Wallace said it years ago. It's not a vet in here. It is madness. Right here. See it here? Huh? Criminality. Corruption Perception Index. May Thomas. Pump Station. Critics. What do they know? The man bidding for 5 companies. 1 contract. Different one man. There's no transparency. This, folks, we don't come here. La Pula Janet, Jagdeo, y'all know. We don't come here. Pula Janet, Jagdeo, y'all know. Toss it over my shoulder. We don't come here trying to just me. This is our country. This is how we register despair. Fling that over my shoulder. Y'all understand why I asked the question now? I was just saying, is it trouble? Y'all heard all the voices in this. What madness is this, folks? What madness is this? My God. My God. Y'all remember when, what's the fella name? I seen him in Troy. What's the star boy in Troy? What's his? I'm seeing his face. Angelina Jolie, former husband. Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt. In an epic Troy. After he finished killing the prince. They run away with the king wife. He said, this is it. This is it. This is it. This is a champion here. This is oh my God. Oh, it's the production though. Y'all see the camera angles? All this within the strip, you know. When the Irfaan start going into them, zooming close. Catch your face expression. Folks, I love this country. I love it. Trump will never get a chance to send me back on a free flight. Never. I love this country too bad. Y'all don't worry with me. When I go on a little holiday and come back, y'all don't have to worry about me. When I go on the holiday, I come back on my own volition. You're gonna bring me back. I have come back every time. You know, first thing I vex with Irfaan, right? Because Jagdeo got a greater degree of madness, more than this. Right? He took up the time slot and could not even arise to the challenges. He could not even rise to the occasion. You see? Could not even rise to the occasion. There's a bit of information, I should have had it at hand, because I wanted to show why the Transparency International did what they did in 2020. He want to bring a set of extraneous matters to bear, a lot of conjecture to bear, but then people don't work up. Right? He think his Freedom House people he dealing with. He feels his little minions who he can holler upon and everybody get giddy up while he's there, and then the status quo remains. No. These are professional organizations. And if you only took the time to read the report, they painstakingly went through the methodology that they used to arrive at some of the outcomes that they arrived at. Right? Because I know some people head hard, so you got to spell out everything in fine prints for them. In fine for the head hard. Right? And they don't like to read. They like study and book and all of that. No. You can't bring an indictment on them. Right? You just read too much, like what Shakespeare told the fellow. Right? And Cassius, Cassius there, he's a dangerous, but he reads too much. He's dangerous. Now, you could never indict them like that. They don't like studies. They don't like read. They'll book. You just cuss them there. Book. Where's the book? Read the report. The people go to length to tell you all the agencies and who they coordinate with to collate and to triangulate the information. Right? But no. He just tap the thing. Somebody give you some notes, push you out front, and he come out firing. Take your time, man. Peel your pine. And come better than that. We want you to represent us well, but you ain't doing yourself no justice there. Set of papers flinging about the place and a bundle of craziness. You gotta take your time and peel the pine. He's a big fella now. Act the part and set of craziness. Please and thank you. I know they ain't getting the viewership like us here. We got what 3,600 people on this live tonight. Right? 3,600. 3,600. He's struggling with 500. A whole president, you know, in Jagdeo slot for the Corner Shop show. A whole president. 500 people struggling. People want to see this madness, Irfaan. Pull yourself together. I'll give you all some tips for free. First thing you gotta do, fire Kwame. That's number one. Fire Nia Siban. Number two, who's the other one? The other Nakavaka mate. They're at NCN. The little Scrooge face one. Fire Hito. I said, don't waste time, people. You got all the money in the world. All the money in the world. And Mr. Onassis said it best. He said, money don't buy classes, buy tolerance. I said that people never been no way, never been to school, just hustle and flow. Hustle all the time. You gotta calm down. You see some of them same gold scholarship that y'all handing out. Take a couple of them. Go and sit in a classroom and marry some practical experience with some theory. And you don't go far. This is madness. You got one cameraman. Zoom in, zoom out, zoom in, zoom out, zoom in, zoom out. Rough. What madness is this? You are ready for prime time? You are ready for the international stage? You all could do this thing properly? Huh? How much people working at DPI? How much is the subvention for NCN when the month comes? You all like passes in this whole place, you know. You come here with some little paper, flinging around. Can't we do a proper presentation in this country? You won't come and try to vilify people for who rig election, and you sit down and you see the power. Huh? With you, brain, you sit down there and we try for it. Give us a break, Irfaan. Give us a break. We second 2 light per year, you know, but long time gone, short time come. Long time gone, short time come. You know what information I'm looking at? When we were taken off of this blacklist for the EU and that blacklist, and we started this process and that process. You all remember when Sarah Lynch came in, our first year, it was International Anti-Corruption Day. I think it was in November or December. She wrote to them saying you all got to pursue some anti-corruption measures, and everything that she pointed to was under the Granger administration. Everything she pointed to that was done so far in the last 10 years towards anti-corruption was under the Granger administration. You don't know why? Transparency International give us high billings? You don't know why? You're all wasting time. You need some better researchers. Find the ones that you got. Or you could come with a spin Irfaan. Spin, spin, spin. And that's why only 400 people watching you. Because you either spin, tired, worn out, lackadaisical, inept. Even the spin you're coming with, you can't even spin it properly. You can't even spin it properly. This is an election, we're going toe-to-toe with y'all. Bring it on, Irfaan. Pack of nonsense. You don't know why? We scored higher. Right? Me got no paper for fling around in my hand. The information is there. A number of things was done under the last administration. We had no friend by Transparent International. It's y'all that buying out people. Irfaan Ali, y'all remember the Global Wickedness report? Y'all remember that? AKA the Global Witness report. Y'all remember that? They bought that. A long report saying that we had lost so much of money in the oil and gas industry. We didn't know what we were doing. A whole report scandalized us. And then as soon as they win, Global Witness pulled back the report. They said they couldn't stand by the veracity of the report any longer. These same people. But Transparency International can be bought. They're not for sale. And that's why you vex. That's why you run out with the half-skull presentation and call yourself a president. Come again, Irfaan. You can do much better than that. Right? You can do much better than you got a whole PhD. Impress me, Irfaan. Impress me. Hold a second. I can show you what I'm talking about. Hold a second. I'll show you what we're talking about. You got a whole PhD in what? Right? Whole PhD in what? Please and thank you. Give us a break. I'll show you what we've done. Just in case you don't believe. I ain't got no paper in my hand flinging around. And the people that give you your little paper with the writings on it, right? Tell them they need to search deeper the next time. Because if you only look, you don't got to look far, you know. You don't got to drill down. Right? You don't got to go too far. And I apologize because I should have had this at my hand reach. Should have had it right at my hand reach. I'll show you how I'm talking about. Because we've shared this with you all. He wants to know how we get the high ratings. All right? But this is me live. This is me live. Me got a little paper. I'm not head of state. But I went to UG. I followed second year. I finished my communication undergraduate program, diploma, and I finished law in the specified time. 2 years I did that communication diploma in. 3 years I did my law degree in. I didn't pay half and buy half nobody. Give us a break. You didn't know, Irfaan? But you're going to know tonight. Guyana, Irfaan didn't know. But you're going to know tonight. All the ice pass people, man. You all see people that quite wrong this place and you all think, y'all can just come on. You can just put on this big voice. Right? We're not afraid. We are not afraid. We're not afraid. Look, sorry now. He wanted to know. On the APNU AFC, we got our best rating under the Transparency International Index. This is what you're railing about. Y'all better take a screenshot. We were removed from the European Commission money laundering blacklist. Irfaan, under the APNU AFC. This is what they had brought us to in their tenure. On the European Commission money laundering blacklist, we were placed as a country, and you didn't know how we got there and getting high marks from Transparency International, Irfaan? But I teach you now. Sit down. Take some notes. Please and thank you. I teach you now. You've had the wrong tutors. Right? In 2013, under the PPP government, Guyana was blacklisted by the Caribbean Financial Action Task Force. And it's under the APNU government we came off from that blacklist. So what the hell you tell me? You didn't know how we get high marks? Huh? We work fit. That's how we get it. We open the book and we study for the exam. We open the book and we study. I is the real riggers. It's the only one put is who they wanted to put at EITI? Oh, Irfaan, you tickle me now. Huh? They took out the man who was the professional. And they want to put in it's what the fellow name? Kazim, Zim, what a PPP fellow. They took out Jadu Pat. and putting their fella at the extractive industries oversight by the same people here. Right? Listen to this now. May 26, 2015, 10 days. May 26, 2015, 10 days after APNU AFC came to office, right? 10 days after the anti-money laundering and countering the financing of terrorism bill was passed in the National Assembly. And them boys all the time, that dilly-dallying, shilly-shallying, dilly-dallying and shilly-shallying. These are the only things Sarah Lynch could have pointed, you know. She couldn't point at nothing in 23 years of the PP administration. She said, y'all, let's see what Granger do. Oh, Irfaan. Oh, Jagdeo. You all got to embrace anti-corruption initiative and measures. And that's how Gail run up now, trying to tell me some nonsense she holding forum on anti-corruption. Forum. The people know this forum. The people know y'all only ticking a box. Y'all heart not there. Tier 1 status was achieved by Guyana for its fight against trafficking in persons. Tier 1 status. The DEA, the FBI met with the AG a couple months ago. He said, AG, we don't only want arrests where trafficking in persons are concerned. We don't only want arrests. We want convictions as well, AG. The FBI met with him and told him that. And you don't know how we get on the corruption perception index. We get in proper marks. Huh? And when was the DEA office opened? After decades of the Americans trying to get a DEA office here to stem the tide of cocaine to Belgium and wherever the hell else y'all send your cocaine to, it was opened, the DEA office, on the APNU AFC. So what the hell you telling us tonight, Irfaan? What the hell you telling us? You didn't know? You don't know how we get high marks? Give us a break. The problem we got, Guyanese, let me tell you our own story. We don't tell our own damn story. I don't want a Bun to tell my story. I ain't want a Craig. And hell no, I ain't want a Freddie to tell my story. I've been to school. I can tell my own damn story. Because until the lions have their own historians, the tale of the hunt will always favor the hunter. There we end it tonight. So Guyana and Irfaan, if you didn't know how we got high marks on the Transparency International Corruption Perception Index, highest Guyana ever achieved on the index was under the last administration. So y'all can harken back about rigging and attempted rigging. Y'all in power, y'all got a conviction yet? For all the bluster and talk. You get one conviction yet? Give us a break. Get. That's our time, good folks. And that's our program. We're off tomorrow, folks. Share the damn live and smash the emoji button. Share, 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 share. And then cut a piece and post it. You're tagging it. Transparency International is a proper organization. It's not criminal. They're criminal. We gone.